Saturday, November 14th, 2009. Hi all. Great news for us here. I just received a letter from the Department of Immigration. They are pleased to inform me that my request for permanent residency has been granted. Well, they may be pleased, but we're ecstatic. Yippee! I get to stay down under. Meanwhile, Greta and I are still plotting our Sydney escape. Lots of stuff to do between now and when we leave, and not much time for writing. But for sure I will blog again once we have found our piece of paradise. Greta's making us our early morning juice from watermelon.
Little bit over. Okay.
One big glass each.
Beautiful color. So drink that color to your health.
Thank you. Give me a smile.
Don't forget to smile.
Yeah. Fruitarian for me basically means a diet of solely fruit, which means that things like grains and nuts, I don't consider them as fruit. To sort of classify what that is for me, it's just the edible flesh that surrounds the seed of the plant. I was just going to show you, because we're burying compost in here all the time, including the seeds and the skin and everything, we're constantly getting fruit trees coming up. Looking pretty sad because we're not taking care of them. We decided to just leave everything and let nature take its course.
Mm-hmm. This one just have a creamy bit, and that was so yummy.
There you go.
I only hope it's a good one.
Yeah, this is better than that other one.
Yeah.
There we go. So help yourself. Take that big. Oh, I love that big piece.
I was really looking forward to do it. Mango told me on the phone, please go and get that durian and try it. I was scared that I may not like it, and I don't know how to really eat it, and when it's ready and all this. You know, all those excuses.
Yeah.
And Mango made me to go and get one and eat it. So I did, and I got
here.
I got here in Maroubra in an Asian shop. I got one which is already split a little bit here. So I just open it like this, easy. And I thought, oh, that's strange, that looks like brine or something. Reminded me for some reason of brine. And I felt like I don't want to really eat it. And then I said, well, I try it, and it was so nice, and I just keep eating. And that was one of the best durians I had, actually, my first one. I was lucky, I get a really special one with a lot of beautiful flowers in it. Yeah, very good. I flew back to Australia, and then he came here maybe, how?
A month later or something. Maybe a bit more than a month later. Widzisz? Sentari. Stable.
I'm happy, I always wanted Mango. Since I see his website, I said, this is my man. And he said, no, no, it's not me.
No, you mistaken identity. I couldn't accept it.
It's been lovely to see their romance blossom and their relationship strengthen. I went into hospital last year, and when I came out, Mango offered to make some juices for me. I really enjoyed it. My family came to visit and couldn't believe I had a neighbour that made me juice every day.
There is no other food which is as ideal for us as fruit is. So physiologically, we're all fruitarian. We're all frugivore.
That's all you got.
We do use fruit externally as well as internally. So we eat it, and any things that are left over, if we've got an abundance, we'll squeeze it and shampoo our hair with it, or rub it on our faces and body. It feels very nice.
Don't use sunscreen.
Oh, the skin, mango skin is good. You know
Mango
how you get
skin?
the mango
Oh yes,
skin?
I've
You
just
can
bought a
easily,
box of
like, put
mangoes.
it like this.
Mango skin's great for the skin.
Yeah.
Pawpaw skin, mango skin, orange juice, lemon juice,
Yeah.
avocado. It's all good.
I've never met anybody who lives on veggies, on fruit. I don't know anybody. And let's say, I've been around a long time.
But you know these people?
Yeah, and even so, I didn't know they lived on fruit.
Ah, darling.
I'm going away.
Wow. Well, you have a great time up there, won't you?
Yeah, thank you.
You be up there for a while, or you just going to travel?
It'll take us a week to get there, and we're going to hopefully settle there.
Cool.
Goodbye, bedroom. Goodbye, balcony. Goodbye, living room. I'm so happy I'm leaving you. I can't wait to get out of here.
I'd love to be living in an environment where there were fruitarians with family. That's something that we're never going to get here. That's a dream for me. I mean, my dream is paradise. My dream is the Garden of Eden.
There's our guys here. Hello, guys. And this is the most important guy. He's driving at the moment, but we don't have a very good light now. That's better. He's happy. Mango happy, Mango leaving Sydney. Yay!
There's Sydney.
Yeah.
Just travelling up the coast.
Do. More and further and further. And in my head was playing this do not kill. I was thinking, I'm sure it's not just talking about do not kill a man. Because that's how first time I read it. I said, well, do not kill a man, you know, a woman, like a person. But, and I was already like, never stopped eating animals before that. Because I didn't want to kill them. But still, this for me was a question mark. Do not kill, you know, what that really mean? Like, I want to look into it more deeply. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, this drink I'm looking forward to whole day to have it. Yum. Fresh oranges.
Everybody's heard of vegetarianism, and vegetarianism for many is a very moral stance, that they believe that they're not doing any animals any harm, and I think that they're fooling themselves in some way, because the acquisition of dairy products and eggs requires just as much torment for the animals as killing them for their flesh in many ways. In many ways more, because theoretically you could go out and kill a kangaroo that's lived a happy life among the fields, whereas you can never go out and get milk from an animal that hasn't that isn't captured first and made to feel very uncomfortable and very frightened.
My parents used to stop me eating fruit. They will say, you eat too much fruit, you will get sick from it. But they couldn't stop me. I escaped for freedom, and I had that freedom, and I felt that freedom even about the food. Yeah, I can now eat what I really want.
I've always considered I have a very logical mind. I mean, I got a Rubik's Cube as a present when I was 17 years old, and in a week I'd cracked it. I was basically still working as an IBM system programmer. I sort of underwent an awakening that I didn't want to carry on living the way that I was. I didn't want to carry on doing 9-to-5 work. We'll go to these bushes over here. The golfers still pay easily $2 for that, especially after I've cleaned it up and got rid of the scuff marks. But yeah, that's one of the better balls.
Is this a ball finder?
Yeah, yeah, I sniff them out.
Would you consider this to be your workplace?
Oh, yeah, this was my office. This was my office. One of the many. I mean, my office was all along the coast.
On the way to tropical fruit world, a little country road, not far off now. And here it is. There is a sign, isn't it? No, that's entrance caravan park. Ah, here it is. Tropical fruit world. Check it out. There is a sign. We are coming in.
Yeah. This is the invasion of the body snatchers part. Biggest fruit in the world. Actually in the same family as another fruit which is called the champadak, which is even nicer, and it's about the only thing that sort of comes in comparison to durian in the sort of exceptionality of its flavour and taste. And I want to point this one out to you guys as well. This is miracle fruit. If you eat this, it will enhance the flavour of whatever you eat afterwards. And if you eat this and then some lime, it makes it taste sweet. There you go. There you go. There's a tree. They can be actually quite big. I've seen them maybe 2 metres tall.
Probably 4 or 5 fruitarians come in here regularly. They're not big fellows.
Skinny like me.
Yeah, well, not quite. Some aren't quite real
That's
skinny
skinny.
either.
We get quite a few fruitarians come out.
Yeah, look, is there any way to get in touch with these guys as well? Because there's so few fruitarians in the world, really. So it'd just be sort of interesting to me.
We leave maybe email address or something.
It's mango.wadzak at gmail.com. I'll put this in the car, I'll come back. Moving to where we will move, I already know some people up there and could call them friends. Hiya.
And you'll appear on television.
There's some names that people know, like Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. He wanted to be a fruitarian. I think the one thing that kept him from ever fully accomplishing it was his addiction to goat cheese. Historically, the earliest ones that everybody's heard of probably is Adam and Eve. Whether or not they truly existed, I don't know, but they were living on fruit.
We have good meals every night, we do.
Yeah.
Chicken Kiev.
These couple, they're fruitarian.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I hadn't met any before.
Do they get into the ganja?
I don't don't think so.
No?
Probably not.
I just thought, you know, if they're doing that, they might get into that as well.
Yeah, there you go.
I've never tasted that before in my life.
There you go.
Can my son try one?
Yeah, definitely. Good.
Oh, these things, I've
Have you had
seen
it
them. What
before?
are they?
Lychee.
Eh?
Lychees. It's tropical fruit.
Yeah, it's
I've
beautiful.
heard of something like this.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That's all they eat is fruit. They don't eat nothing else but
I'd live
fruit.
on fruit.
You do that, yeah?
I would.
Well, go for it. It's good for you. Try it. See, now I got it. If you give people fruit for free, they will all eat it. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you look under the table, there's the remnant from a non-fruitarian's meal there. Part of a pig or something. Oh, there's a tap in the middle.
Yeah.
No, a tap over there too. How's it going? Just wondered if you guys would like to try some fruit, some tropical fruit.
Oh, you just finish your lunch.
Yeah.
Well, you can have some fruit for dessert with us.
Yep. So that's the durian.
We lie. That's what I thought when I seen it first time. I thought that was...
This is our favourite fruit.
It's not like bad, like people say
Unique
bad
taste. You've
stuff
never
or
tasted anything like that before.
Some people think it stinks.
Yeah.
So it's somebody of you think it really stinks?
Yeah, well, it's strong,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but... so where do you get your protein from? Like, is there much protein in fruit or...?
There's an awful lot of propaganda around and a lot of people that are quoting facts that aren't really facts. And this whole protein myth really started with the meat industry. They would say that flesh was good. It was good to eat flesh because flesh had a lot of protein and the body was made of protein. Our protein needs are probably far less than anything that you would ever see quoted in a textbook. Previously, like when I became vegetarian, I had this awareness of the whole connection with animals, not wanting to harm them. I got very sort of outraged that people couldn't see it, because I thought, well, if I can see it, why can't they? I bought this one book that I gave to nearly everybody I knew, full of statistics and showing you how many animals had herded together and taken to the slaughterhouse and all this kind of thing. At the time, I just thought it was really important that everybody knew that. And instead of getting the response that I'd hoped for, people were sort of a bit shocked that I'd given them this book. And like, you know, I don't want to know that. I don't want to be... And I remember one particular woman in Norway, she just said to me, don't talk to me about this, I don't want to know it, you know, I don't want to know it.
They have some real bananas here. Hi. Is here a shop where you have more fresh bananas and different kinds?
The fresh bananas?
That's all you have, like, it's here around some shop with more fresh banana?
No, this is it. All I've got are these
Yeah.
bananas and the single ones around the side.
Because I was here like 20 years ago and they have a lot of different kinds of unusual bananas in the shop here.
No.
So you don't do that anymore?
No, these are the only ones that we have.
Okay, thanks.
That's okay.
So big changes, huh? Bananas used to be my favorite fruit in communism. We have bananas only on Christmas time and then around Easter, and it was only limit 1 kilogram per family. Then I come to Australia. heaps of bananas everywhere in the fruit shops. See, the weapons have to be present everywhere. Even from innocent piece of fruit, make the image of death killing somebody.
One of my all-time favourite fruits.
If I eat bread, I kill the seed. If I eat peas, I kill the seed. Yum, yum. If I don't want to kill plants, I should eat only fruit, because fruit have a seed which pass on the life to next generation.
A walnut or a hazelnut, when you eat that, you're eating the seed and you're destroying the seed. When you eat a tomato, you're eating the seed and the seed will pass through you and actually benefit from the experience. We're a little bit lost, I think. I'm not very familiar with the area, but hopefully somebody will be around and we can ask directions and head up to Mariba. I've got one friend that I've known for some years now, and he's staying up at a tropical fruit farm. I believe there's a few people there at the moment because quite recently there was a raw fruit gathering happening at that spot. There's a strong chance that there'd still be some people there, some stragglers, people hanging around. They're all big fruit eaters. And with a bit of luck, we'll be able to stay on that spot at least for a short time until we find somewhere else, which is still a big mystery for us because we have really no idea where we'll be in a week from now.
I've never seen orange mango like this before, actually. Heaven. Very yummy. And this is the thing, I never even seen in a shop green mango like this. Beautiful orange inside. So juicy and sweet. Oh my God, this is the best mango. So, best fruit is straight from the tree, that's without doubt. No surprise,
really.
We knew already that this is, I think, for us.
Yeah.
That there's going to be a lot of nice fruit trees, even the free ones, a public ones, so to speak, and we can just eat as much fruit we want, and virtually for free. Pod horou, černé psíča breče. Pod horou, černé psíča breče. Susedově mara, nerada sa češe. It says, under the mountain, black little dog is crying.
Hey,
How are you?
good, thank you.
We've just brought you some cordial to offer you some cordial.
We don't actually drink.
Don't drink water?
No, we got all water from fruit. It's have a lot of water in it.
How does that affect your kidneys and all that sort of stuff? You've always been a disabled person.
Yeah, I have a car accident And
So
Bokaer's fine.
I was wondering if the chicken come before the egg or the egg before the chicken.
No connection. She was in a serious car accident. Broke her spine.
Yes.
She was only 12 at the time.
Oh, 13.
13 at the time.
Very interesting to hear.
Yeah. Would you like to sit down?
No, we're right.
We're right.
No, we've got to
Close
tidy up
close
over
up
here
shop.
later.
Oh, you're closing up shop here.
All right.
Thank you. All the best, yeah, thank you. Yeah. You too.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Yeah.
Cheers.
This is the first time that I knew the fruitarians in the world, and hear of vegetarians and everything like that. But I was very surprised when they said that they, just live on liquids. And to me, that's just something strange, because I thought, for all your body functions and that, you've got to have more than liquids.
What would happen if she went to hospital and needed to have a drip or something?
There'll be certain people out there that will say that, look, if you eat a diet of 100% fruit, you will get sick over a longer period of time. Anybody that I've met that's genuinely gone for a longer period of time eating fruit will tell you that that isn't the case. Yep. It's a nice one.
Very nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, I had some very nice. I'm just happy that someone is on fruit diet tonight. It really made me buzz.
It's going to your brain.
Getting the fruit euphoria.
Yeah.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
Gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht, ja.
Dobranoc.
I really don't know where this number is. Nobody around here to ask. Going to have to drive off. It stinks really bad here. I think we should turn into somebody's property, ask them where it is.
I'm going to die. I can't stand the smell. Hello?
Nobody
He's
answering.
fully fucked.
Nobody home. We'll try the next property. There's nobody there, Kvita. I just called out before.
This is such a bummer. I'm just so tired, that's all. I want to help you. I think you don't put enough effort.
I'm not going to be running around somebody's orchard.
It looks like there's nobody nowhere home.
Sorry to bother you. We're looking for Clinton's place. There are a lot of fruit trees and people eating raw food.
Yeah.
That would be Eddie, because I thought Eddie was living with. All right, man. Eddie was living with Clinton at one point.
Marsha, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't know them, but I know that Eddie Sapphire lives over there.
Oh, cool.
There is somebody.
Where?
There is a human. Thanks God.
How's it going? I'm looking for Eddie Sapphire. You're?
My name's Ian.
Ian, how you doing, Ian? I'm Mango.
Mango, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Well, we were actually looking for Clinton's place.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, this is Clinton's place. Well, there you go. But he's away now, is he? Do you think it'd be possible for us to crash here for the night?
Yeah, just help yourself.
Thank you. So.
Well, I'd take you around and show you things. Only I'm on my deathbed, mate. I don't make it through this.
Are you working by yourself here then at the moment, manning the place yourself?
Yeah.
What happened to all the people from the raw
they
gathering?
Pissed off. The grass was greener, mate.
The grass was greener elsewhere. Fair enough.
But that's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I like being on my own, but not particularly when I'm.
No, look, I can understand that. So, yeah.
Yeah, come over, please. You know, like this is where the food is.
Yeah. Look at this. This is an ice cream bean. Bigger than anything Kveta's ever seen before. You can have a smile on your face. Look at all this.
Yeah, but where is everybody? There's supposed to be a lot of raw food people.
They
and
split.
They split already.
They all went away.
They left.
Mainly Jeff and Robert Lockhart. He's a chiropractor.
Yeah.
And he's a fruitarian.
He's a fruitarian too, yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're all like that way. A few of them are supposed to be coming back. They left their gear here.
Okay.
But God knows when. Like I say, the grass is greener.
Yeah. We can put a tent up here, beautiful flat ground.
We have to make a plan how we start look for our own place.
Yeah. Just have a relaxing couple of days first and take it easy and then start to think about it. There's an abundance of food for us. An absolute abundance. And the trees, there's even white sapote on the trees. So we can go and eat white sapote from the trees. And this is the black sapote, the infamous chocolate pudding fruit.
I'm thinking about
So we stay for about 2 days
the
and then
doctors because I just can't handle it. No, I reckon I'm going to die if I don't get something shit done to me. Yeah, I feel that rooted. Yeah, I was fruitarian, vegan, all of that. And I had the philosophy I didn't want to kill anything. But you look around you, everything kills everything. The world's a kill. It's just a killing machine, everything does it. And it's not much fun, I don't like it, but that's the way it is.
We're currently staying on a tropical fruit farm owned by a guy named Clinton, who we've not yet met. I've taken a wander around the fruit orchard, and there are a fair few fruit trees I don't recognise.
That sounds nice.
That's the sort of pigeon, I think, doing that noise. It'll take me a while to start to learn to recognise trees again, and it's a skill I'd love to nurture.
See, there's a bit of blood running around in the bottom of this, as you can see. Now this one here is the pork. I think I bought a little too much. This is the beef. Quite bloody tasty. If I could just swallow there, there would be no problem. I'm being sick a lot. I'm used to it. I can get over the swallowing thing.
Well, I think Ian and his brother, I believe the diet they're on is called the primal paleo or something. I can't remember the name of the diet. They're trying to emulate the way that primitive man may have once eaten once upon a time.
He's had major health problems all the way through, but he's had major health problems for over 20 years.
That's why I looked into it. It's the only reason I looked into it. Otherwise, I'd be just like another Australian person drinking alcohol and eating burgers and, just probably just the same as Americans do. They don't look into anything until it really hits them. A bit near the ribs does a bit tender around there.
There may well have been a time when people were eating a lot of meat like they're doing. But I think the fruit diet goes back even further in the past and in the future. And I believe that there was a time when humans were not eating flesh at all.
Well, come on, Popo, turn yellow for me. Please. Come on. You just got a beautiful rain. Drink and get that sun and turn yellow. Yellow like this beautiful flower inside. Now that one is turning a little bit yellow. Just watch that.
Watch your feet.
And you too, because this is like spiky.
Yeah, I might.
Maybe you can pick them because I'm scared to go in that tall grass. Wow. Such a beautiful poppos. Oh, this is so beautiful. Thank you.
You right?
Thanks. Oh, they're so yummy. They look so yummy.
Yeah.
I was like, how I say it most simply is that in communism, it's very controlled society. And if somebody's sticking out from the crowd, so to speak, they are closely watched and for a long time. And a lot of information what those people do is gathered. And then that person is approached and taken in a jail. And it happened to my friends, few friends I knew. They disappeared for 5 years, then they come back and they was beyond recognition. And kick out teeth and stuff, and some of them died as well. And it suddenly dawned to me, you know, and they gave me read all the, it was all made up, they make a story why they locked them up, you know. Maybe they stole some expensive camera somewhere. Or it was all made up stories. The court was on and everything, and those people gave me read all the papers. Then you know what the court wrote and stuff, and it suddenly dawned to me that I'm one of those people, and that sooner or later they're going to lock me up, and I was scared I'm not going to survive it, you know, because I knew some people didn't. And I didn't want to have my teeth kicked out, and who knows what else. And I said, I have to go, because they're after me. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Do you want to take a
Just those friends. What they went through, nobody can imagine. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
And I knew that if I don't leave country, I may die if they lock me up. And I want to live.
There was a point where I thought I'd go to the doctors, and I'm not into that. It's got me in a bad place before. They're not like the old doctors that examine you. They looked at your body, they looked at your tongue, they looked down your ear hole, they looked in your eyes. These ones look at a computer and go, what can I do for you today, and don't even look at you. It's really gone to the dogs, so I don't have much faith in them.
Yeah, hi Clinton, it's Mango here. We spoke on the phone maybe 10 days ago. Yeah, that's right. I just wanted to make sure with you that it's okay with you us staying here for at least for a short period of time. Thanks. Ian actually offered us if it was possible for us to stay in the house there. Look, that's really kind of you. Thank you.
Michelle.
Hey Ian, how you feeling?
Oh, up to shit.
Oh really? Wow.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Nice to meet you, Mango.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah. And Michelle.
Yeah.
And Kita. So you were both here for the gathering that it was like last week or whenever it was?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
This whole
Yeah.
kitchen was filled with boxes of fruit. The whole
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine with all of you there. It's
We
yeah.
got a few Australian durian.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
Yeah, on the deathbed still. I'm bugged. I'm just way around, but
Should still try to drink water, man. Even though I've
I'm
heard
trying, man. It goes, and it goes all the way around, comes out my nose.
Oh,
I might have to get a lift off you.
Lift
Yeah. To the hospital.
to the hospital. Yeah.
I'm through. I'm sick of it. I'd rather be dead than putting up with this pain. It's really too much.
Did they say it was glandular, like you suspected?
Or did they tell you where does it come from? How that actually developed in your body?
They don't know shit from play. That's always the way.
Right. Take it easy, man.
I'll give you some ring.
Yeah, let us know how you're going and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind I used to have.
And the easiest digested foods are fruits and vegetables.
Mango, I heard you around the place. Hey, buddy.
Hey. Welcome home.
Good, yeah.
Hey man,
So-
good to see you again. Hey,
How you doing?
you look good.
You
yeah.
too? Doing well?
Thank you, you too. Good to see.
Classic. I haven't seen you since Thailand.
That's right. Yeah.
Running marathons, ultra marathons. I've ridden my bike from Adelaide to Cairns in 24 days, 100% raw vegan. So like people go, oh, you can't be raw, you can't be vegan and be a good athlete. And it's like, yeah, you can. And I'm living proof. I've travelled around the world with my bicycle as 100% raw vegan. And I eat more fruit than anyone I know in Australia. I'd probably be top 10 in the world, fruit eaters. 95% plus of my calories coming from sweet fruits, like dates, mangoes, bananas, jackfruit. So it's fruit for breakfast, fruit for lunch, fruit for dinner, followed by some greens, occasionally some nuts and seeds.
Sometimes I get really good watermelon. I really stuff myself with it and I can't even move.
I believe it's impossible to overeat on fruit. Overeating would imply one's getting obese. My record is 72 large bananas, like big bananas.
Well, that is it. But me and Mango, we are more like Buddha, you know. We like to sit and enjoy the life, just look at everything in a detail, and we're not big sports people.
Do you drink much water, or?
No, none at all.
That's your problem. You're dehydrated.
For me, I never needed water, and I think I'm doing fine. I don't
You'll
feel
triple your
dehydrated.
energy levels when you start drinking water. You'll be like, wow, I've been missing out.
But we don't sweat, we don't do any, you know,
Because you're dehydrated.
hardcore
Because you can't.
exercise.
Because you're dehydrated.
You believe I can be dehydrated for 23 years and don't get no health problems from it?
My grandma's, everyone's dehydrated in society.
Unfortunately, it seems to be the case that there are quite a few different definitions of fruitarian that are floating around.
The definition of fruitarian could be, some people say it's just fruit, some people say it's fruits, greens, and nuts and seeds, things like that.
The nuts are not fruit and the greens are not fruit, so please don't call yourself fruitarian if you eat other things than fruit. And then got really upset with me.
The way that we live is very different to the way that you live. So the sweating is something that would be natural for you because you are going out and doing these things, whereas we're not doing them. So we're not dehydrated in the same way that you would be if you weren't getting the water that you were taking in. Yeah.
Is it healthy to be sedentary though? That's the question.
Is it healthy to push yourself to an extreme?
Yeah.
To sort of really push yourself to the extreme.
We think you push your bodies to extreme. You think we don't doing anything.
Yeah. But surely, I mean, if you look at other animals out in nature, there's none of the animals that really train and push themselves to the extreme like
Yes,
you're
they do.
suggesting. No, they're only if they're chased by some other animal and then the adrenaline is going. But if you watch other animals that are living very peaceful lives and not being chased, they won't run around.
Name me an animal, Mango.
Well, a cow.
A cow. A cow stands up all day and night, supporting its ton of body weight, and it walks. You know, they'll migrate for eons if they get the chance. Another animal.
I don't even think that this is the cow. I mean, I could do the same kind of thing.
But we're sitting down. Cow can't even sit down. They've got to use their energy all day standing up.
Well, whether we're sitting down or standing up, we're still using energy.
That's today.
I'd like to believe that it's a very natural process going from raw foodism to fruitarianism, but certainly I know from experience and watching other people that it's not always the case. And I don't fully understand why. I mean, people are very difficult to fathom, and I guess we all have to come up with our own conclusions.
If the bear doesn't fatten up before its hibernation, it will die. If an eagle doesn't fatten up before its migration, it will die. If a deer doesn't have enough strength from eating enough, it won't last the mating cycle. If a salmon doesn't eat enough, it won't make the migration. There is no animal in nature that undereats.
Yeah, this one's really nice. Ever tried that sort of flesh? I'm totally against hospitals. I think they're shit. But see, this is a thought. When I had to be tossed into the system, I was humble because the people were lovely. They genuinely want to help me and get me better. You got to be open, and if someone comes along and they do something different, whatever, that's their lot in life. And if it's not working, they'll work it out. And if they don't work it out, they won't work it out. It's basically their problem or their salvation.
As some people say, when I come here, they say, you think your shit doesn't stink, kind of thing. And I realize, well, that's true. My shit doesn't stink, and because it's clean, and even my urine doesn't stink. It looks like water and smells like water. And if I happen to be somewhere without food, in the desert, and I get need for eating or drinking, I can drink my own urine.
Well, this is it. This is I've got some organic cuts here, or mince. This is the pork mince, and I'm just gonna indulge. And from memory...
Tastes good?
Yeah. I've just found the meat thing, for the time being, I'm doing all right with it. A bit of rotten meat now and again, it's like a supplement, but I'd prefer to eat fresh stuff, to be honest with you.
Fresh stuff's got less bacteria in it.
Yep.
A good way to get bacteria is to get your own poo and smear it on a steak and put it in a glass jar and put it in the fridge.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard that one, but I've heard mostly herbivore droppings or, like stools. You can get a lot of good bacteria from it. He's cured people with cancer from it. Stools?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's quite strange talking about this. You get a meat eater that comes along, oh, I'm eating shit, I do this, I do that, and I've been just in hospital the other day. Well, that's a great thing for vegans, isn't it? Makes vegans look like, like the knight in shining armour.
Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised that you haven't had some kind of food poisoning or E. coli like
well, see, this is what
sort of really gets.
This is it.
This is the proof's in the pudding there. You know, they say if you eat that, you will die. I've eaten stuff that you wouldn't dream of eating.
What do you mean, like?
I've eaten stuff that's like totally off, man, like maggots crawling through it. And I know other people that have, but, you know, I'm not mentioning any names, but they have, and they don't get sick. They actually feel better.
So who killed that meat you got there?
It's
Like
the people that have got the farm. They've got a biodynamic farm. So they kill it. It's sustainable in that way. It's not double-decker trucks coming along and dropping the cattle off like potatoes down on the ground, breaking their legs and everything, and just the ones that can, they lead them up the race and then they're hammering them in the head and they kill up to 1,000 a day. I reckon that is murder. That is wrong.
So like, if you kill one person, it's okay, but if you kill 10 of them, that's not okay. Or
no, well, it's a way of looking at it. I mean, you know, like, we've come to a state, us humans, that we wear clothes, we wear shoes, we travel in bloody planes 40,000 feet up in the air. We're different, man. We've altered ourselves that much. That's why we're all searching of what diet to do or what religion, whatever. We're lost.
I've got $10,000 in the bank, and I'd be willing to put $10,000 on the table. Get a baby, like a 2-month-old or 6-month-old, put it in a cot with...
Make it a year so it's not lactating.
Okay, a year-old human toddler baby, in a cot with a mango and a baby rabbit. And if the kid eats the rabbit, you get 10 grand.
But that's totally bullshit. What you were speaking right there now is crap.
How come?
The baby can't even wipe its own ass, so you can't expect a baby to kill something. It's like saying, I don't know, it's just like saying, would you rather have your throat cut or would you rather have a shave? It's just, there's no comparison, it's just stupid.
I heard you been for a while on the fruit diet, and how that was working for you.
I'd drift away almost. I felt like, you know, like all airy-fairy, like very spiritual, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you're on this earth. You've got to be part of this society in a way. You can't just isolate yourself. You can, it's not easy, it makes things a lot harder. What I'm after in life is balance, and that's my objective, to be a healthy, balanced human being on all levels.
We all want to be that, Ian, don't we?
Yeah.
We've already made our minds up that we won't be staying at this place, and we'll be exploring the area in search of somewhere else. More sometime later, but no idea when. Mango. So what do you think today with the oranges? Should we bother stopping and getting some at some point later on? Or?
Yeah, we may get another bag. We don't want watermelon while we're traveling.
No.
Waiting for get the money out so they can spend.
Yeah. What is price range are we looking for?
Yeah, well, cheap as possible, of course. Something cheap and old.
Yeah.
We don't want some super new house or something.
No,
like
no.
that.
All right. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Go flow with that one. Are we going in here?
So we ready?
Yeah. Hiya. We've just moved into the area, and we're looking for somewhere to rent.
Oh, yes.
So we just wondered if you had any rentals available.
I'm really surprised. It's more expensive than rent in Sydney. I thought country is more cheaper.
Yeah, but it is a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah,
You know, it's
but
probably designed for a family more so than for a couple like ourselves.
if people live on fruit, they would not need pharmacy or bakery we just passed, and
coffee shop,
Domino
the next
coffee
one.
shop. Definitely no.
Shoe store, no way. So we know that eventually we can make it happen. We can find a piece of land, we will put trees on it, we will grow them, we will have food growing in our own front yard.
what do you make of the fact that there's death and suffering everywhere?
Yeah. I'm certainly not in denial of that fact. There is definitely pain and suffering, and as Ian's quoted, the world is like a massive killing machine in many ways. And everywhere you look, even among plant species, there's like ivy crawling around trees and choking them and stopping them and stopping the tree growing. And I think most people would never question whether that was right or wrong. And but I have done. I mean, I'm sure I'm not alone in this. I'm sure there's other people that have questioned it too, and I've questioned it a lot and wondered. And I know that from a vegan point of view, somebody might think, well, it's not okay for me to kill this animal, and it's not okay for you to do it either. But they don't make a further step and say, well, if it's not okay for me and it's not okay for you, then it's not okay for that wolf. They tend to sort of put the barrier up and think that that's okay. Whereas in my opinion, I don't think any of it's okay. I'm not happy with any of it. You know, I'd much rather be living in a world that was perfectly safe to walk around, and there wasn't any creatures or any of any kind or any stinging trees. Because here in Australia we have this tree called a gympie, which is like a very, very powerful stinging nettle, and it can, when it stings you, it can sting you for like a year or something before it fully goes away. I got stung once when I was living here last time on my foot, and it's like somebody tips boiling water on you, and it took about 6 weeks, 8 weeks before it went away. Actually, when your foot gets in the water, or when your part that's been in contact with the tree gets cold breeze on it, it burns for ages afterwards. And warm water's okay, or warm breeze is okay, but a cold breeze makes it burn. Anyway, I've sort of gone off on a sidetrack again, but.
Then, what's your feeling about, are you I guess discontent living in this world? What's your feeling about living in this imperfect world? You seem like a very, your position is very positive.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I guess you say you'd rather live in a different kind of world. In some ways, I see you taking steps towards.
Sure.
Living as though you.
I was in a
were
different world.
member of this other world, but here we are, right?
That's right.
Surrounded.
That's right.
Are you unhappy about this?
No, I don't think I'm unhappy about it. I think that although I'm unaware of it, my own personal belief is that I made a conscious choice to come to this planet. We're moving into the whole realm of life and death and all that kind of stuff now, but I really believe that at some point or another, when I was conceived, that I made a conscious choice and an agreement, entered into some kind of pact to come here. And although I certainly hanker after living in somewhere which is nicer and more harmonious, I also believe that we're all put here for a reason. And I like to think that the message I want to give is important and can help return this planet into that state that one day will be the sort of place that I want to live in. And I do believe it is a possible scenario of living in an environment which is totally harmonious with a completely different kind of balance to that which exists today.
He is, I don't know, I might be not very good in describing people, but to me he is the most beautiful person I ever met. He is just an amazing person, and I feel very happy to have him in my life.